Today we'll be looking at full explanation of the chapter Fractions from grade 7. Starting with what is a fraction? Imagine a circle. If you take half of the circle, then this will be 1 by 2. And if you take 3/4, like this, and then shade only 3 parts of the cuttings, then this will be 3/4. So what does this mean? This tells us that 1 by 2 means 1 part of 2. 1 part out of 2 means 1 by 2. 3 parts out of 4 means 3 by 4. In a fraction, there will be a dash, and on top of that number as well as below that number. The number on top is what we call as a numerator, and the number below is what we call a denominator. This is what you need to know in what is a fraction. The next thing that you need to know is the types of fraction. So mainly there are 3 types of fractions. I'll take an example. 3 by 5, 5 by 3, and 3 by 5. So the first fraction in which the numerator is lesser than the denominator is called as a proper fraction. So fractions in which the numerator is lesser than the denominator. Numerator is lesser than the denominator. We call it as proper fractions. In the fractions where the numerator is greater than the denominator, we call that as improper fractions. And in fractions where a proper fraction is when numerator is lesser than denominator. A proper fraction is combined with a whole number. We call that as a mixed fraction. So proper, improper, and mixed. There is also one type of fraction. For example, 1 by 8. All fractions in which the numerator is 1 is called as a unit fraction. So these 3 are the important ones. This is an extra fraction. All fractions in which the numerator is 1. Numerator is always equal to 1 is called as a unit fraction. Nextly, in exams, they might ask you to convert fractions. Mainly, they ask you to convert a mixed fraction into an improper or a proper fraction. So how do you do that? We'll take the same example. 3 by 5. This is our mixed fraction. You need to convert it into an improper fraction. How do you do it? The way you do it is multiply the whole number with the denominator and add the numerator. So whole number into denominator plus numerator. This is the trick that you need to remember. WDN, whole number into denominator plus numerator. So that will be equal to 1 into 5 plus numerator is 3. So that will give us 5 plus, and 5 plus 3 will be 8. Now, is 8 a fraction? No. How do you convert this into a fraction? You don't need to convert, just divide it by the denominator. So 8 by 5 will be the improper fraction. So, for example, we are taking this. How do you convert a mixed fraction into another fraction? We multiply the whole number with the denominator and add the numerator. W into D, whole number into denominator plus numerator. It will give us a whole number, and divide the whole number by the denominator. This is the next thing that you need to do. And then they might ask you to convert an improper fraction to a proper one. Sometimes they ask us to convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Okay. For example, let's take the example 7 by 4. How do you convert this into a mixed fraction? To convert an improper fraction to a mixed fraction, you need to divide the numerator divided by the denominator, and then we'll get a remainder. The remainder divided by the denominator with the quotient will give you the mixed fraction. So what do I mean by this? So 7 by 4 will be numerator divided by denominator. That will be 7 divided by 4. So let's do that. 7 divided by 4, which will give us 1, because 4 ones are 4. And then 7 minus 4 will give us 3. We can't do more to it, so we just leave it like that. So how do you get a mixed fraction? The remainder is 1. 1. No, the remainder is 3. So 3. And what's the denominator? The denominator is 4. By 4, what's the quotient? 1. So this is the mixed fraction. If you want to check, you can reverse it. So to see if this is the right answer, let's try to get this from this. So 3 by 4 is equal to W into D plus N. W is 1 into 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Now 7 divided by 4, because that is the answer divided by the denominator will give us the proper fraction. 7 by 4. So this is how you do the conversions from mixed fraction to improper and from improper to mixed. The next thing that we need to look at is addition of fractions. So addition is of two types. When the fractions have the same denominator, that is the first case. So we'll check that right now. For example, 2 by 5 plus 1 by 5. Or let's take 3 by 5. This is the question. How do you get the answer? To get the answer, whenever you have the same denominator, see 5 and 5, same denominator, we add the top or the numerators and leave the denominator as its own. So 3 plus 2 will be 5. 5 by 5. Add the numerator and keep the denominator just as it is. So this will give us 5 by 5, or you can write it as 1. So this is the first case when there is same denominator. Now what if there are different denominators? What do we do when there are different denominators? So this will be quite different. Let's take 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5. Let's take this as the example. So whenever there are different denominators, what we have to do is we need to make the denominators the same. How do we make the denominators the same? By taking the LCM. What will be the LCM of 3 and 5? It will be 15. Okay, 3, 5. We're taking LCM. So 3 first. So 1, 5 then. So again 1. So 3 into 5, 15. So the denominator will be 15. So whatever you get from the LCM will be the denominator. Over here, it will be the denominator. And just like before, add the numerator. If you add the numerator, 4, 5, 6. So this is where most of us make the mistake. This is the step that we might do. Well, this is incorrect. The right step to do is, again, let's take 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5. Alright. So when you take the LCM, you got it as 15. So what you have to do is you need to multiply 3 into any number to get 15. So 3 into 5 will give us 15 and 5 into 3 will give us 15. So here we multiply 3 with any number to get 15, as well as here 5 into any number to get 15. Whenever you multiply the denominator with a number, you need to multiply the numerator as well. So into 5. Over here we multiplied with 3, so here as well 3. So what will be the question then? 2 5s are 10 divided by 15 plus 4 3s are 12 divided by 15. This is the question that we need to do. So what is this now? This is addition of the same denominator, right? We do the same thing. So we just add the numerator and keep the denominator just as it is. So 12 plus 10 will give us 22. Will be 22 by 15. This is how you do addition of fractions. Case 1, when there is same denominator, we add the numerator and keep the denominator as it is. And when there is different denominators, where we make the denominators the same by using LCM, and we multiply it with the number to get the LCM, and then we add the numerator, keep the denominator as same, and get the answer. And then the next topic will be the subtraction of fractions. How do you subtraction of fractions? Again, there are two cases. The same denominator and different denominator. So it's the same exact thing for addition. For example, 3 by 5 plus 2 by 5. I know we have 4 by 3 plus 5 by 2. Alright. So how do you do this? Just like addition, how we added the both numerators and kept the denominator the same, we will subtract the numerators and keep the denominators the same. So that will be 1 by 5. So subtract this and keep the denominators the same. What about for different denominators? Again, take the LCM. The LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So 4 by 3, when you multiply 3 into 2, we get 6. So multiply 4 as well with 2. And then 5 by 2, when you multiply 3 into 2, we get 6. And then 5 into 3. So that will give us 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6, plus 5 3s are 15, and 2 3s are 6. So that will be 8, not plus, minus. So you can either keep this on this side or this side. So that will be 15 minus 8, which will be 7 by 6. So this is how you do the subtraction of fractions. Again, two cases, same as well as different denominators. And then the next thing is multiplication of fractions. Multiplication of fractions is super easy. It consists of only one or two steps. Take this as the example. How do you multiply this? To multiply this or these fractions, what we do is we multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator and keep it like that. Which means 4 into 2. 4 into 2 will be 8. 5 3s are 15. That's it. This is how you multiply fractions. Another example, 8 by 15 and 3 by 2. So that will be 8 3s are and 15 2s are. You know what? Comment that in the comment box. So find the answer and comment your answer. Let's see who's the first one to get it right. The next topic that we'll be looking at is division of fractions. So this is a bit tricky, but then this is easy as well. Just you need to remember one trick. Alright, so this is the question. 2 by 3 divided by 4 by 5. The trick is keep, change, flip. So what do I mean by keep, change and flip? So this is the keyword that you need to remember. Keep, change, flip. So the first step is keep. Keep means keep the question as it is. So first rule done. Next is change. What do you mean by change? Change means change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol. So that will be 2 by 3 into 4 by 5. So keep is done, and then change, that is when we change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol. And the final step is flip. What I mean by flip is to flip this fraction. That means 2 by 3 into, so this is keeping and then we changed and now flipping. Flipping means the 4 by 5 will be 5 by 4. And then just like before we multiply. So 2 5s are 10 and 4 threes are 12. So this is how you do the division of fractions. This is the keyword. Keep, change and flip. Keep the question as it is, change the sign and then flip the fraction. And then do the multiplication. And the next and the final topic in this chapter is simplification. So what I mean by simplification is, what do you mean by simplification? Simplification means simplify or make things easier. So how do you make a fraction easier or simplified? Let's take an example, 4 by 8. So how do you simplify 4 by 8? For simplification, you need to divide both by the same number. So this is what you will do for simplification. Divide both by the same number. So what do you mean by both? Both means both numerator and denominator. Divide both numerator and denominator by the same number. So 4 by 8. Same number as in the least same number. So we'll take the smallest number in which we can divide both the numbers. 4 can be divided by 2. 8 also can be divided by 2. So we'll take the number 2. So 4 by 2 will give us 1. 4 by 2 will give us 2. And then 8 by 2 will give us 4. Again, can we make this smaller? Yes, we can divide this also by 2. And that will give us 1 by 2. This is how you simplify fractions. We take an equation and we divide both the numerator as well as denominator by the least same number. So 4 by 8 can be divided by 2. 2 is the least number in which we can divide it with, which will lead us to 2 by 4. 2 by 4 can again be divided by 2, which will give us 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is a simplified fraction of 4 by 8. So this is all about the chapter fractions. And if this video made fractions easy for you, please subscribe.